on the draw here. Round one. This looks pretty solid. Let's try it out. I think here I'm just going to actually play a tower and then pass. Have the option to play boseiju and ancient stirrings as well. But I figured this is not too bad against a turn 1 wasteland. And if I play the boseiju turn 1 and I find the other piece to the tower, then I wouldn't have the other piece anyway. Turn 2. If they have the reanimate here in retrospect, maybe I should have fired off that ancient stirrings. Let's see what we can draw into. Alright, I think I'm just going to jam this second tower and pass the turn for now. Could be looking at mono black. Nope, looks like it is blue black after all. Holding up boseiju here lets us cover Animate Dead, which is really good. Play a Vexing Bauble here. And I think I will probably just hold up this boseiju. Shields are down for a little bit as far as covering their graveyard with Kozilek's Command. Hopefully there's no hard cast Grief here. Faithless Looting. a little bit more of a classic Reanimator here. They have an Archon. Yikes. Animate dead. Okay, that's awesome. Because when this comes into play, we exile the Spirit Guide and get rid of that. Kind of got lucky on that. Ooh, and a second animate dead. That's rough. Yeah, it turns out that Vexing Bauble was not a good idea. Okay, so I guess I'm going to make another Maze of Ith, and I'll pass the turn. Yeah, that Vexing Bauble in hindsight could cost me the game here. So I'm going to lose 6 life. I am going to fire this off. I'm going to... I guess I'll create a couple of creatures. And no point in scrying here, almost. I think I will scry, though, because I can just draw whatever I want to discard. If there is a good choice. And then I'll put whatever I want on top. Sacrifice one of those dudes, discard this. Our opponent gets an Archon. That's probably going to be game here. Let's just see what we would draw. Alright, going on to game 2. Let's see what can come out. Let's bring in this Plains. The 2 Veil of Summer. Leyline. And Swords to Plowshares. I'll take out Expedition map is a little slow. Wasteland doesn't seem great in this matchup. Myco Spawn doesn't even seem that great in this matchup. These Ancient Stirrings can probably come out. And the flutes. This is a tough one. Seems decent. I think it's worth keeping since I have the turn 1 Vexing Bubble to protect against grief. Still not sure if our opponent's running counter magic. Thoughtseize would be really bad here. I'm a lot more comfortable playing against this deck than I am traditional Reanimator. I mean, blue-black Reanimator. There's the ley line we needed last turn. I may have been supposed to mulligan a little more aggressively. Into a ley line in this matchup. Kozilek's Command's a little slow in this matchup as well, as far as covering the graveyard. Reanimate happens. Our opponent's got a lot of cards they can draw, but Lotus Petals shut off and they've already made their land drop. So I don't think there's anything more they can do this turn, realistically. And I think I'm going to cycle this now. Maze of Ith, I guess. Probably lost this game, but gonna keep going. No lifelink today. They won't be drawing more cards with Grizzlebrand. But they could still do a lot of other busted things. Hardcast Grief here? I don't know what our opponent is doing, taking so long. Ah, they didn't realize they were still in combat here, so they wasted their spell. That's cool. I'll take it. Alright, there goes the Cloudpost. Now we actually have... Now we can actually play a little bit of magic here. Surviving another turn would allow us to free up the One Ring, Kozilek's Command for 2, or for 3, 4 potentially. Dark Ritual. Here comes the Grief. Show and Tell. Weird. Okay. Archon. Oof. Yeah, I don't have any creatures. Let's discard boseiju, actually, surprisingly. Alright, our opponent plays a Faithless Looting. Flashback. Did they get anything good in the yard? Oh, that's right, we have a Leyline of the Void. Maze of Ith, surprisingly good in this match right now. Alright, so here I am going to scry X and create a little creature. I think Echoing Deeps can go on the bottom. Draw a mystery card. It's a good mystery card. And now I'm going to go Liner Nexus. And I'll just play the One Ring to start. Draw a card. We got protection from everything here. And here I am going to fire off this. I'm going to scry again and make some creatures. Ooh, wait, I can't do that. I think, now here I could crop rotation for Eye of Ugin, but there's no rush really. I got some options here. Alright, come on, opponent. That's a pretty good draw. Let's see here. Not bad, actually. So we can go crop rotation here. Get rid of this forest. And get, I think just a Glimmer Post here is good. Gain 4 life. Cast this Ulamog. Oh wow, our opponent's got something. Echoing Truth. That's fascinating, actually. Very interesting. Maybe they have another show and tell up their sleeve. So we know 2 of the 5 cards in our opponent's hand at the moment. We have the graveyard angle covered with Leyline of the Void. And our opponent might have another show and tell. If they do, we still have both angles covered. So that's good. I think with show and tell this time, I'm not going to play anything, because if they play Archon, then I can discard the Leyline of the Void. On the other hand, maybe I should just play it. It's okay if we have to discard card. Sacrifice this. Discard Kozilek's Command. It's a good thing I did not sacrifice that creature last turn. To pay for Ulamog. Alright, our opponent's trying to draw into something. It's going into exile. And back to us. So draw a couple cards first. And what would give us more mana here? This would net us 3. Planar Nexus would net us more, I think. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. My brain is not up for it right now, but let's do this because this is important. All right, begin sideboarding. Should have been the same, yeah. Mana-wise. Alright, so now got some choices here. I think I'm just gonna run this back and hopefully can hit a ley line. This looks pretty bad. Definitely a mole. That glacial chasm in the opening hand never feels good. This doesn't really do much either. It's too slow. This is pretty terrible. I mean, it's got leyline. One land, though, and it's not a green source. We are on the draw. Mulliganing down any... Like, what would I put back here? I'd put back crop rotation and maybe 2 crop rotations? Or a crop rotation and a Kozilek's command. I'd keep the Emrakul just for show and tell. I think this is a keep, actually, surprisingly. And I'll put back a crop rotation and a Kozilek's command. Start out with this. And if our opponent goes the show and tell route and they don't drop a Traxa, we might be in a good spot. Or that happens. This hand all depends on drawing more mana. In retrospect, I think I should have kept both of those crop rotations. Alright, our opponent takes the 1 ring. I think I'm okay with that. That's a good draw. It's a good draw. We're in kind of top deck mode now, but we got some good things going on. Our opponent's got 4 cards in hand. I think here just kind of have to go for this ring. Another good draw. Oh, Spirit Guide. That's looking good. Another lane line in the void. Yes, I'll play this boseiju out. And then I think just pass the turn from here. Unmask. Yep, not much we can do about that. Our opponent pitches an Exhume. think they probably take our swords or our Emrakul here. Show and tell. So that tells me our opponent's got an Atraxa. But I think we still take the risk. Draw a couple cards. And yeah, definitely playing this ring here to start things off. And I'll keep the one with lots of counters on it. So we still have this protection. Our opponent's digging for answers to the ley line, maybe an echoing truth. Let's see what they discard. A Grief and a Marsh Flats. All right. Yeah, not much to do there about that. This does put us in a tricky position, though. Kind of need to draw into Swords of Plowshares. Okay, that's great. We got the swords. And I think I can maybe slow play this. But is there really an advantage to that? I don't think so. Well, the advantage could be that next turn. 6, 7. Okay, I'm just trying to count out here if I'll be able to play this Ulamog this turn. So I source the Plowshares, their Magus, crop rotation, gets us 6, 7, 8 mana, not quite. But I can just play this ring here. I think I'll play a forest, play the ring. Keep the other one again. Maybe I have to reset this time. It's kind of risky. We do have lots of fuel, but drawing 4 cards would be really good too. I think I'll have to keep this one. And I will draw a card here. Not what I wanted to see, but we still have crop rotation. Alright, so I'm gonna crop rotation. Oops, wrong card. Source of Plowshares is Magus. And then do I go for like another land here? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if I crop rotation here, away this boseiju and get a tower that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. So yeah, I'm gonna exile, look for a tower. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have opposition agent. Take a couple of points of damage here from the One Ring. Let's draw a few cards. And 6, 7, 8, 9. This is going to be 10 here. Play this. Get rid of those. And then I think just pass the turn here. Dauthi Voidwalker. And followed up by Grief. Our opponent won't get to play anything too cool next turn. 0 cards in hand, so that's good. They took our Myco spawn, that's not great. Alright, I'm thinking we can draw a few more cards here. And get rid of this. Get rid of this guy. We might want to hold on to that actually. Start off with an attack here. Exiling a bunch of their stuff. And I think here the play will be to play a land. Well, the safest thing I can do will be just play a ring. Keep it. And at this point, I don't think there's anything to worry about. We have lots of protection. Yep. Alright, round 2 on the play. This doesn't look keepable. I can cycle a card with a Vexing Bauble. I mean, maybe I just play it. Start off on Boseiju. I mean, it's technically playable. If it can get to 4 mana, try it out. I'm not in love with it, but let's see. Maybe I'll go turn 1 Vexing Bauble. That Ancient Stirrings would feel real nice as a Once Upon a Time right here. Let's try it out. I love our opponent's gingerbread person uh, avatar. Pretty sweet. This Bojuka Bog's feeling a little bit awkward here. Opponent leads off on Thundering Falls, Surveil. So could be looking at a few different things here. Think now, boseiju, followed up with an Ancient Stirrings. And I think I actually kind of need land here, unfortunately, so I'll have to take... I kind of want to take this Myco spawn and just hope to draw into another land in the following turns. I mean, because I have two of these baubles, I can cycle one. I have a draw. So yeah, maybe I'll take the Myco spawn. And then I think I will just play the second bauble here and pass the turn. Main phase Brainstorm for our opponent. Looking for more land, maybe more business. Scalding Tarn. Finds a volcanic island. And Ponder. Alright, so our opponent could be on something like Show and Tell, maybe. Could be on Delver still, or aggro. I think I will play this Bog out now. On the other hand, I could cycle one of these baubles. I think Bog is the correct play here. Eats their graveyard in case they have like a Murktide. And then I'll just pass the turn. And I can hold up this mana, cycle these baubles if I want to. Show and Tell. I will just probably draw a card here. And do I want to draw another card? Nah, I kind of want to keep that bauble around. Maybe I might just drop a... I can drop a Planar Nexus or a One Ring. I think the One Ring might be the play here. Alright, our opponent reveals Emrakul, Brainstorm, Simian Spirit Guide, Brazen Borrower, Tropical Island, Misty Greenforce, City of Traders, Scalding Tarn, Lotus Petal, and Emrakul. They choose Brainstorm, Emrakul, Lotus Petal, and City of Traders. Ends the turn with 9 cards in hand. So, gotta make sure to draw a card here before the end of our opponent's turn. And then our opponent goes to cleanup. So that Atraxa I can definitely bounce with a Caracas that I'll dig for with this Myco Spawn. And now here, yeah, that's got to be the play, I think. As much as I want to play this. Well, I could just take 7, though. And play this Cloudpost out. Maybe play this ring. Because I'm not too worried about... too much of what our opponent's doing. If I play the ring, I could keep the one with less counters on it. I think maybe a Myco spawn is the right move here, and then I'll just look for the Caracas and pass the turn to our opponent. Hopefully they don't have a sneak attack. They do have a sneak attack. If they play Emrakul, we have that covered. Now here at the beginning of combat, I'll return that to their hand. I will take some damage from Atraxa, but that's okay. Oh, maybe it's not. I didn't realize they had some red mana floating. We're probably just done here, but I'll just take another turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wow. Yeah, I think we just scoop to that. Now here, these Myco spawns don't look too great. What else could I side out? Maze of It doesn't seem like it's great. Glacial Chasm doesn't even seem that great. Bojuka Bog can come out. Plains comes in. Source of Plowshares comes in. Veil of Summer comes in. And probably these Force of Vigors. I need to cut a couple more cards. I think I can cut one crop rotation. Leave a Myco spawn in. Or two. I mean, they do accelerate us quite a bit, so. But what is there to cut, really? Maybe Kozilek's Command isn't great in this matchup. I'm going to try this. Yeah, let's try it. Turn 2 Myco spawn. Not bad. With Swords to Plowshares back up. Start on this tower, I guess, and pass the turn. Tower was actually not the right play there. which might cost me the game. Let's see. Play Cloudpost. If I can, yeah, next turn I'll be able to Swords to Plowshares that if I survive. Alright, so I can do Vexing Bauble. I think that's probably a good play, actually. Just be patient, wait a turn, get the Vexing Bauble down, let them hit us for one more. And if that's their plan, I think we're okay for now. Right, so I'm going to go Planar Nexus here. Then I'll exile this. Play a Mycospawn. I could wait one more turn and kick it. I don't think that's worth it. Get a Plains here. And right now this Magus is... Okay, so our opponent's got the one ring. That's okay. Next turn they have a lot of mana though. But the question is, do I... Yeah, I think Swordsing, that is the best move here. And then I can play this Glimmer Post, get a bunch of mana. I'll just pass the turn here. We have boseiju. Our opponent doesn't have any red mana right now, which is kind of cool. But they can draw a shitload of cards. Show and tell. Uh, I should have drawn a card from Vexing Bauble. Might be okay here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 and 6. Couldn't find any disruptor flutes, unfortunately. Let's see what the next card I would draw would have been. Oh wow, sneak attack from our opponent. 2 cards left in hand, so it's possible that... Okay, we're still in the game. Still in the game. That one ring is looking pretty rough though. And they have 2 red mana up, so yeah, this game's probably over realistically here. Round 3 on the draw. This looks like a cool hand. I'm gonna try it. Our opponent gets Doomsday. And I think here I have to go for the Vexing Bobble turn 1. Could possibly prevent our opponent from winning. Alright, do we have a chance here? Let's see. Think. Playing another bobble doesn't seem terrible. On the other hand, this Cloudpost really needs to come down. Alright, opponent goes unearth. And let's game. So do we want to side in Leyline here? That's kind of a tricky thing. What is it better than? It's probably better than these two. I think we can probably find room for Leyline. Probably take out this Maze of Ith and the Glacial Chasm. Maybe leave the Maze because they might have Frog. Can probably take out these maps because they're so slow. And then one more card. Maybe a ring. Ring's not too good against Doomsday. I'll be on the play. Let's try it out. Turn 2 Flute is pretty good. I might even want to lead on Cloudpost here, because it'll get us more mana in the long run. However, I think the correct move would be just to go for that explosive start. Start in the planar nexus. Opponent goes turn 1 personal tutor for Doomsday again. And yeah, let's just see where this goes. I don't even think it's a good idea to play the One Ring here. Now here we could play... No, I think I'm going to save this flute. If our opponent doesn't try to like play some discard first, we might be able to get them. I'm going to scry X and create a couple creatures. And I think I'll go bottom and top. Well, the void is kind of weird. I'm going to play the Cloudpost here. And hold up some of this mana. Cabal Ritual. Probably a Doomsday. I'm okay with that. Opponent's got 3 cards in hand. Didn't bother to see what they were running first game. Actually, I should have done that. If they were on Frog or whatever. But we'll get to see now. Alright, 48 cards in exile. They have Baleful Strix. Let's see, Force of Will, 1, 2, 3. So they probably have 1 in hand. And Force of Negation, I see 2 in there. Yeah, let's see what we can do here. Bottom, 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 bottom. And I guess we just go Nexus. Three, four. Well, could also play. I could also play this Leyline of the Void, and then 3, 4, 5, 6. Still have some answers here. Is our opponent going to try to win this next turn? They probably have a counter spell. Of sorts. So they fetched. That's interesting. So probably a brainstorm here. And now, is this the time where we do flute? I'm not sure, but I think so. And we name Thassa's Oracle. Now, do we go for the Kozilek's command here again for 2? I think so. Well, maybe not. Might be better to maximize. Alright, another tower is pretty fantastic. Let's go 3, 6, 7. You know what? No. Gonna wait for their turn. See if they have it. If they have another land, though, then they could just play the Thassa's Oracle. So yeah, maybe here is the right opportunity to just go for it. Kozilek's command here. Make a bunch of dudes. Scry a bunch. Hopefully find another flute. Let's see. That's going to go on the bottom. Bottom. And I think here... Oh, Wasteland might be really good. Oh, I already played my land. Bottom. Bottom. Top. And top. Then I'll actually play the bauble. And yeah, I don't think they'll be able to get out of this. Since one of those is a fetch land. Let's see what we can draw off this. Yeah, the Wasteland, that's right. Alright, let's see if our opponent packed like a Dark Ritual or something. If they have like a ritual, then... Ooh, they got Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. Ouch. Let's go like this. If we can draw a bauble, that would be legendary. No. On the play here, round 4. Try it out. I think I'll start off on this. Let's see, do I want the map here? I could go tower into map. I think boseiju is probably the better play. Trying the map out. Not sure how it works with our curve. In this particular hand, it's not great. Opponent has Mox Diamond. Lands, maybe? Interesting. Silver Library. Okay. Yeah. This is looking pretty good for us here. I think I'll play the Cloudpost. Our opponent's gonna pay 4 life and draw a extra card. Plays a crop rotation, probably gonna get Wasteland. And that's perfectly well. Let's find the boseiju here. Get rid of their graveyard. Because if they have that life from the loam, that's no good for us. Alright, so I think here I'm gonna go map, tower, and pass. Let's see, our opponent pays some more life. Probably draw a couple more cards. See if they find what they're looking for. Nope, I guess not. Just the one card was enough. Another crop rotation. Going for the Wasteland again. Aggressive. And I think here, I'm gonna fire off this map. And I'm gonna get a Vesuva. I knew our opponent was gonna do that, but little do they know we have Echoing Deeps. All right, and I think we just pass it. Opponent draws 2 cards. Urza Saga, land per turn. And are they going to pass the turn here? Wow. All right, so here, I think I'm going to try to stabilize. I could try to go for stabilizing the mana base here. Definitely going to play this Caracas. Now I could go for the One Ring. Or I could try to wasteland our opponent. I think the One Ring is fine here. Want to dodge Wasteland. We've already dodged. Well, we've played through 2 Wastelands so far. Opponent plays a second Mox Diamond, discards boseiju Bog, and Windswept Heath is the land for a turn. Doing a little bit of surveilling with the Lushport TCO. And no other plays. No Life from Below. Which means I think we're in decent shape here. Might even be able to get a kicked Michael spawn. No, doesn't look like it. So I think here I'm just going to bog them again. Bog them again and play another ring is the play here, I think. Since I don't have more colorless mana. And I'll keep the one with more counters on it. In case they have a 2020 coming for us. Oh wow, okay, our opponent Swords of Plowshares shares their own token so that they can maybe draw an additional card if they need to. Alright, so our opponent does this cheeky trick with the search trigger from Urza Saga on the stack. They crop rotation it for a Wasteland. Play another Mox Diamond. And Wasteland our tower. At this point, we don't have any more ways to boseiju Bog them. Unfortunately, because that's what we really need right now. Now that they have the Life from the Loam on the line. Yeah, we were in a pretty good spot before, but things are looking pretty dire now. Since we've exhausted all of our boseiju Bog options. I can go Nexus here and then get a tower and remove Wasteland and Life from the Loam from the game. So that's actually could save us the game. Exile those and create a couple tokens. Alright, and then from here, let's pass the turn. If they have Lava Spur Boots with a Dark Depths, they got us. Alright. Here we are. At this point, Sowing Mycospawn is a real threat. Gonna play this tower. Swing for 3. And I think I could play a kick to Mycospawn here. That is an option. 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. Cast with Kicker. Exile their Saga. Alright. That's game 1. Now, what do we want to side in here? I think Boseiju seems good. Force of Vigor is fantastic. I think these baubles on the draw I don't really like. I don't think we need Source of Plowshares. Let's try this. Yeah, this is keepable. Alright, our opponent just concedes for some reason. Round 5. I don't think this hand could be any worse. Let's mulligan that. This isn't much better. This will have to do. I'm going to put back a trap rotation. Maybe not. Maybe I'll put back a flute. Yeah, maybe a crop rotation. Let's try this out. Thoughtseize. Oof. Our opponent's got lots of juicy targets here. Probably take the crop rotation. Ooh, they took the stirrings. That means I'm probably going to be facing a wasteland. I'll lead off on Bog here. It is Pox. All right. Okay, we can't quite play that yet, but we have the mana to play it. So that's good. Next turn, if our lands don't get destroyed. We'll have a One Ring, possibly. Gotta dodge a lot, kind of, to land this ring. Thoughtseize again. Okay, so I think here my hands are kind of tied. And I'll just go for the tower. Yep. Kind of saw that coming. Not bad, not bad. All right, our opponent plays Orcish Bowmasters in response. Interesting. I'm not too worried about that. Smallpox here would be pretty backbreaking, for sure. I think just play the tower and pass. And now play the eye and pass. Maybe I should have played that Spirit Guide. Yeah, definitely should have played that Spirit Guide. One of those weird times when playing Spirit Guide actually matters. Let's see, that's 6, 7. Tap it for a green. Get that Myco spawn. Wow, alright, I guess it paid off to not. To not cast the Spirit Guide. Now here I think I just let's like I'm gonna take some damage here regardless. Probably go down to like 1. I could get a Glimmer of Post, but that only gains me 1 life. So I think I just get the. Maybe I could get Maze of Ith here. I suppose. No, Planar Nexus was the correct call there. Sheoldred's Edict. Go to 1 next turn. All right, let's see what we can do here. Can't even draw any cards with that. 2, 3, 4. Kind of have to draw cards though, right? I guess it's better to wait till next turn. Smallpox would win our opponent the game. All right, now I'm gonna draw a card. And that's game. Should have played that Glacial Chasm first, sacrificed a Maze of Ith. Yeah, that would have been maybe been able to survive. Maybe. Right now, do I think I'll slide in these lands. And maybe the Swords to Plowshares. Maybe the Veil of Summers. Take out these baubles. Take out Maze of Ith. Doesn't seem right here. One more card. Maybe an Old Spirit Guide. I kind of like those Spirit Guides on the play. Disruptor Fleet. No, that's good against Wasteland. Maybe I just side in one Swords to Plowshares. Don't even really need that. We'll try this. the land. Wasteland, sure. And here I think I'm just gonna go the Avamaya into Ancient Stirrings. Look for more land. Play another Cloudpost and pass. Double Dark Ritual. Ooh. Big turn ahead here. Place a expedition map. Cracks it. Maybe they're finding a wasteland, I'm guessing. Yep. Get rid of that Cloudpost. Oh, Liliana. Interesting. Okay, what do we discard here? Probably the Caracas at this point. I think. And then, yeah, because we want to be able to play this ring here at some certain point. Probably try to get rid of their wasteland. Or that. Now the question is, do I name Liliana or Wasteland? I think I name Wasteland with this Disruptor Flute. Get that out of the way. And then hopefully we can stabilize from there. So we'll discard the tower here. Chains. If a player would draw a card, except for the first one they draw on each, the player discards a card instead. Woo. Bringing it back to the old school. If the player discards a card this way, they draw a card. If they don't, they mill. Got answers for that. Let's get rid of this. Oops. Let's do that this way. Next turn. Kick to Myco spawn, hopefully. This Lily is pretty scary though. They can make us discard this ring here. Hopefully they don't have a second discard spell. That would have to be another Lily, I suppose. Something that doesn't target. They gotta discard or exile their own graveyard. Discard my ring. They discard a smallpox. And yeah, let's draw a couple cards. Target player controls. I think at this point, an ultimate Lily. We can Veil Summer during their upkeep. And here I'm going to get rid of their Wasteland. Opposition agent. And that's opponents. What a game. Veil Summer wouldn't get around that. Let's see what our opponent takes. Probably Ayabugan. And I want to play this expedition map anyway. And during our opponent's upkeep, cast this Veil of Summer. Get around that Liliana of the Veil. Our opponent plays a Needle on the One Ring. No cards in hand. Let's see here. I'm gonna attack Lily and see what happens. Wow, our opponent blocks with opposition agent. That's surprising. And here, let's go 3. Well, let's actually draw a couple cards first. Oh, nope, that's not possible. All right, so first can go search for the One Ring, or boseiju. Blow it up. Draw a couple cards. Play a land. Play Flute on Liliana of the Veil. Then let's go for this kick to Myco Spawn. Exile their castle. And search for Ibugen. And I think from there, just pass the turn. What an insane game. Smallpox. So discard a card, sacrifice a creature, sacrifice a land. I think I'll get rid of the Yavimaya here. Draw a couple cards. And I'll play a Planet Exist. Get that Ulamog. Cast it. And get rid of Liliana and Wasteland. There we go. I think I'm just going to run this back. Maybe I want the Force of Vigors in here. I'll take out Expedition. Well, the map was pretty good. Take out a source of. Well, now that we know they have opposition agent, I kind of want the source of plowshares. Maybe you don't need the Glacial Chasm. Take out one more card. Maybe bring in a third swords. No, two is probably good. Take out an ancient. Well, take out a crop rotation, I suppose. This looks fine. Try it. Hope to dodge turn one Wasteland. Or Thoughtseize. If I can dodge discard a little bit. Oh, so much for that. Probably take our Myco Spawn. Let's see. Tough decision. Our mana's kind of sketchy on one hand. Alright, I'm just going to go for the Wasteland here. The Great Equalizer. Pass the turn. Play a tower and pass the turn. Chains. Chains I'm okay with, I think. Let's go here, and I'll probably just hold up some tokens while digging for a green card. Lily? Lily I'm okay with. I think I'll discard the Glimmerpost. Alright, here we go. Gonna make a couple of tokens and scry. Gonna go bottom. Actually, yeah. Top. Top. And I'll discard. I guess I'll just discard the One Ring. Play this. Play this. Play the One Ring. And pass the turn. Technically out of the veil for 0. Let's see what I'm going to discard here. Don't want to get rid of this Eye of Ugin. Maybe I'll just take the Force of Vigor? Yikes. Maybe I do just take the Eye of Ugin. That's really tough. I misplayed there. I should have played the Yavimaya last turn. Interesting. Our opponent's saving the Wasteland. Okay. Okay, so let's go Yavimaya. And then I'll just pass the turn for now, since I already played a land. Hopefully I can get some value off this Force of Vigor. Karn the Great Creator. I will respond to that. Sacrifice this. And draw a card. See what our opponent gets. I think I gotta discard boseiju. Well, I can discard Source of Plowshares. Alright, here's the clock. Planar Nexus. And let's see. I think we might lose this one. All because that missequenced land drop. Liquid metal coating. Oof, yeah, that's probably game over here. Pox doing Pox things. Somehow I don't mind losing to Pox as much. I feel like if they get the win, they really earned it. Surprised they didn't go ultimate there. Yeah, that's let's see what happens. Wow, Lily not going ultimate there. But they play the lattice. Wow. Well played, opponent. Good games.